Your Majesty at your service. Welcome to Fair Queen Talks. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of my podcast, Good People. Today, I wish there are good people. Today I lost my bag with everything in it. I walked, searched, prayed, and I'm still holding tight to hope that someone good-hearted, genuine people will do the right thing. As much as I'm wanting to cry and be upset with losing something important, I am choosing not to panic and focus on what I can do to make things a tiny bit better. I can't fix it or make it magically appear, but I can do small things that make things better. On this episode, I want to discuss the fact that we can only combat darkness and negativity with light and positivity. In light of online racism that occurred after the England team lost to Italy during the Euros, the people of Manchester showed love, solidarity, and support by sharing positive messages on a mural of Marcus Rashford that was vandalised. It's one thing to understand that evil things happen in the world, but it's another thing to both recognize this and flip the narrative around. I'm not sure if I've shared this with you before, but I have both studied my undergraduate and postgraduate degree at Manchester Metropolitan University. So from 2010 to 2019, Manchester was home for me. It is the place where I started my adulting process and entered into my womanhood, personhood, and have had all the drama that comes along with it. Despite the negative experiences that I may have gone through, the good that happened to me outweighed the bad, and I've come to appreciate the goodness so much more. I'm not a football fan like my husband, but I have worked for a football club whilst living in Manchester and have a few teams I support during big matches. Watching the Euro football games was not always a choice, as it would be in the background or I could hear the happy noises from around the block. In essence, there was no escaping the excitement of football this summer. So when the Dutch team lost, I switched my support to the England team. It is only fair that I support the nations that support me and my existence. Anyway, as I watched the penalties and saw the English football player Bukayo Saka miss the goal, I felt his pain as he broke down and was embraced by his team. As he showed his vulnerability in that moment, I felt a feeling of disappointment for letting the country down. And peeling a layer deeper, I felt that the criticism he and his fellow black British football teammates would be more so about their race rather than the football game. Whilst the country was in pain about losing this competition, I was mentally getting myself ready for the overt racism that would manifest. It wasn't long for this to happen. And because of the digital age, everyone got to see and hear the awful things that were being said and done. Now, I'm not a stranger to racism and have my own share of trauma. But what I love to see is that when there are instances of various forms of racism and discrimination, that good people take a stance and stand up for those who are being attacked. When I saw that the good people of Manchester made the effort to go with their families and bring flowers, sweet messages to cover up the vandalism of Marcus Rashford's mural, it simply gave me hope. It gave me hope that there are people out there who are not only condoning racism in their minds, but also trying to do a small thing outwardly to show society that they condone it. Displaying your acts of anti-racism in this way is not performative. It takes genuine care and passion for justice to leave your home to show support for a person that you haven't met. Moreover, the fact that people brought their flags and putting it on the mural to redefine what being English is all about is so powerful. To me, if you are playing for the national team, you are representing the whole nation, and the nation of England is diverse. I'm still waiting for the census to come out to have the complete numbers, but I am confident that, diversity has increased in the last 10 years. I say all this because there's so much negativity out there, not just about the football, but just generally in life. And it's so easy to be sucked into the pain and anger that is projected to us by others. For me, I refuse to participate in negativity. I refuse to be corrupted by the negative narrative others are trying to impose on me. I refuse to dim my light, throw away my hope and positivity, simply because this world can sometimes feel toxic. Just because we don't always see the good and glorious that is happening in this world doesn't mean it's not happening. And just because we seek positivity doesn't mean we don't experience negativity. It's very important to remember that the emotions and feelings we feed are the ones that grow. So decide now that you're going to be the good person. Decide now that you will bring light and contribute positively in all parts of life. Be that person that when you find something, you give it back to the person who owns it. Be that person that will stand up for justice. Be the person that not only taps into your greatness, but also encourages others to do the same. Yes, there are bad, crazy, and toxic people in this world. But always remember that there are good people out there, and you are one of them. At the end of each episode, I address the Queendom. Being good is not about being perfect. It is about consciously seeking to do the right things and bringing light to this world. Stand up for all people. Be anti-racist. Decide who you will be and be about it. Thank you so much for listening to Fair Queen Talks. See you next time.